Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be a demo video for this ray gun that I got from my dude Kiennen over at KSith Saber Fonts. We're going to go over it in detail. We're not going to go over my desk though. I want to do all of this in front of the camera. There's a lot of things going on with this guy. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you the specs first, and then we'll get into just my thoughts about it in general. Alright, so let's get into this. So before I really go into detail about what I think about it and just the awesome features that it has, there are a lot of things that Kiennen did to this guy, and I want to make sure that I say everything that he did, because I mean, he printed this project was originally, the files were made from what was called, it's the Raygun Project on YouTube. Alright, so he took those files, he printed them all. All of these are different color PLA except for the gold that you see on the blaster itself, and the heat staining he painted on. Other than that, he picked the appropriate color for the ray gun, and he printed all of these parts on his bamboo printer. Something that I got to sit and watch him buy that printer, work up all of his skills, and then go right into making these. I've watched him make a bunch of these. I feel very fortunate to get one of the first ones that he installed, but he did modify some parts. Again, I want to kind of like give it a full 360 view. Black and silver weathering that you see on here was used. He used the ebony and silver rub and buff. That can be found a few places on this guy if you look carefully. Like there's some scuff marks here. There's some scuff marks over here. Of course, I said he painted the gold pieces. He used red and blue paint to do the fake heat stain on the barrel rings. Okay. He did modify the code to add a red pack-a-punch mode, which has 40 shots when you turn the dial. And this is the dial right here that you turn. So we'll turn that on here in a second. This switches it over to pack-a-punch mode. This is the actual kill switch. Alright. He added some more blaster sound fonts, which why wouldn't he? Because that is KSith, right? So it sounds really cool. It's running a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Dark Side speaker, and that speaker is located up in this region right here. And the original specs for this guy, it's not running a Profi, it's running an Adafruit RP2040 prop maker, feather board. It's got servo controls in the heat sink and needle. So this piece right here moves, as you'll see in a minute. This needle right here moves as well when you use the blaster. Photocell detects battery insertion. Hall sensor detects a magnet for the open and closed barrel. So when you need to reload this guy, you can pop this down. It's on a magnet. Alright, you pop this down. Two batteries come out like this. They each make a sound when they come out. They each make a sound when they go back in. And when you go like this, it makes a sound as well. This thing is badass. So Kiennen is part of a small group of friends that I'm a part of, that we try to get together every Friday, and we play Call of Duty, or we play something just to hang out for a few hours, even though sometimes we can't make that happen every week. But he is a bit of a Call of Duty connoisseur, so whenever I see this weapon, it's not because I get to use it in the game. It's typically because he carried me through the entire game. I died anyway, and I'm just spectating, and then I get to watch him take this thing and play for the next 45 minutes as he reaches level 400, and the rest of us are just eating chips and talking shit, right? So I've never got to use this in the game, but I have seen him use it, and it's badass. So we'll come over here, kill switch, right? We'll flip this up. LEDs everywhere, so this entire barrel lights up. You can see the light up over here. You've got the light up over here on this gauge, right, until you start shooting it. When you shoot it, you can see it moves from green over to red. The needle, right? The heat sink too back here. So now it's out. It's out of ammo, right? So this is the point where you take this and flip it down. It makes a noise. Pop one battery out, it makes a noise. Pop another out, it makes a noise. Like it makes the noise. They're two different noises, so it knows it's completely empty now. Pop them back in, that makes a noise. That one does. Now it's reloaded. That's fucking cool, right? If you want to go to pack-a-punch mode, you take this knob and turn it all the way back. Now, as you can tell, it went red. Got about 40 shots here. Now we're empty again, right? Reload it. And we turn it off like that. So even the batteries, like when you take the batteries out, you know, there's something to look at on every aspect of this prop. So you got these batteries. Let me put this down very carefully here. So even these batteries have decals on them. Right? So they're identical. They're matching. They go into the blaster like this. They fit together perfectly, right? Negative side of the batteries in there. They fit in there perfectly. They go through these magnetic sensors that he wired up somehow. Now originally on this project, he and I were thinking to put a Profi in this. So he had sent me one a long time ago. I busted it all down. I had it about halfway installed, and we were waiting on an OS update that would support the servo motors. So the heatsink spinning here with the needle spinning right here. We probably waited, I don't know, I probably had this on my desk for 4 months, maybe 4.5, 5 months, until finally he was just like, hey man, send it back to me. I'm going to use the Adafruit board. So I did, and he busted it right out. And the first one he did, I think it only took him a day, and it looked so cool, right? And then this one took him a little bit less because he learned some lessons. And I just don't have anything but super cool things to say about this. This is an amazing prop. Yeah, it's an amazing prop. Let's turn it on again. So it will stay in that mode if you have this dial turned back. If you want it back in regular mode, just turn it forward. Whoops, forward. And it goes back blue, and that's how you know you're there. But if you pay attention, if you can see that, like these LEDs are going back and forth. There's animation in there. It's not just blue. That is super cool. Has some very nice diffusion. So he printed this in like a transparent PLA. I had an opportunity, like I said, to take one of these halfway apart, and I could tell, like, you know, just the printing alone, I could tell how much work was involved because it took me a long time to take it apart, and all of these pieces are intricate. So hats off to the Raygun Project, first of all, for coming up with the files, because this is an amazing prop with a lot of different pieces. But hats off further to my boy Kiennen, who took this and in my view, just brought it like 5 steps further, right? Printing it, painting it, putting the hardware in it, wiring up, which is not easy, and I wire Sabers for a living, and I kind of was privy to him as he was making a work in progress on this and wiring stuff up. I got to see some of the internals and everything that he was doing. This is a very involved build, very equivalent to what I would consider like a Goth Master Chassis build, and the dude just busted it out like that. Like on his first install was Goth Master Chassis quality. I mean, that is just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous piece of animation. See if we can focus in on that. It might be a little hard because of the lighting. There we go. We're empty. So cool, man. So yeah, I will be playing with this thing for a long time. I wanted to hurry up and make a video on it because I was super thrilled to get it. It actually came in the mail yesterday, but I wasn't here. I saw the box at home inside when I came home today. It was one of the first things that I opened, and I played with it a little bit, and then I put it down because I had some work to do and I needed to get through my work before I played. So I got through all that. I've been playing with this for about 30 minutes or so, and just really wanted to make a video on it and show you guys that this is so cool, man. One day I will be good enough to actually get this thing in Call of Duty when we're playing zombies, or maybe just you know, when Kiennen gets it, I just like stab him in the back and then pick it up when he drops it or something, because that'd probably be the only way I ever get it. But yeah, man. So my dude, very well done. Like super well done. This is a work of art. Very cool. Treasure part of my collection, and thank you so much for sending me one of the first ones that you installed. I am very honored to have this. Yeah. Hell yeah. There's a gradual switch too. Like it just does. It's not just from blue to red. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it slowly like transcends from blue to red. You see that? Like, that's ridiculous. Super dope. Anyways, that is my Raygun blaster from my dude Kiennen. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. If you would like one, reach out to him, because I know that he's doing a very limited number of a run. So maybe you'd be lucky enough to get on that, because this is worth every penny of whatever he's charging you guys for it. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Reach out to him if you're interested, and thank you for watching.